This week on the Cruising Kiwis, we build a new boat. We abandon Ivan at Matauri Bay. Whoa! And we catch a meteor.
Sorry, change of plan. We visit the historic town of Russell.
Beautiful Russell, it's really lovely.
And learn about New Zealand's first act of international terrorism.
Monument to Rainbow Warrior, thinking of 1985.
There goes Rob. We've got 42 minutes to build a raft from whatever we can find here on land. That looks like a pretty good find, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need
light and floating.
Yeah, and I think we need flax as well.
Flax to make them sail.
Yeah. When I said we had 42 minutes, we actually have 15 minutes to build our boat because we've arrived a little bit late. We're gate crashing the party. This is an annual event. Everybody builds their boat and then they set them all off at the same time and see whose is the fastest. It's not really competition, but there are bragging rights at the end for the people who have the fastest boats. So I better get my A into G because we're already behind, so need some flax. It's not that easy to pull out flax. I think I'll go and get a knife or something.
Are you guys going to have to go
Help a leather to get this done?
rough and ready, I think?
Yeah, that's all right.
It's cool when they all go off at the same time.
We got a scorched almond as our offering, and there's all the curtesy flowers there. We don't know if it's going to float. It's got quite a lot of keel.
There's not a lot of wind, so we're going with keelless.
Yeah, that's most people do, but my experience of keelless has been that it tips.
This is where the backstay of the mast. Yeah, you're going to go in there. Okay. Alright. Go pop in there. I haven't made the hole big enough, not quite big enough. You see that?
That's about right.
Yeah. Mast is popped off. Hang on just a minute.
No, it's fine, it's fine,
We'll
it's
fix
fine.
that
It's
when we
fine.
get down.
No, it's fine.
Never stops giving. Here's another beautiful still morning. And I was just looking out the window when I noticed there's a strange boat in this cove. I'm just focusing in on it. It has come in on its own. One of the boats from last night. It's a homing pigeon.
One of the builds has made its way under our boat and it's sort of locked under there, and it just drifted under there and come around from the other bay, which is, you know, not an inconsiderable distance, through the night, and ended up under our boat. Isn't that cool? Is it a sign from AWA? If it is, we're wondering what the message is.
Unfortunately, there was no time to investigate the little boat's motivation. We needed to go to Russell to stock up on groceries.
We're at Russell in the bay, in the eastern bay of Russell. Is it open? It is open, it's open. We're sort of yeah, anchored in on the eastern side of Russell in the bay. It's a beautiful day. Now I just thought I'd show you something which I thought was pretty interesting actually. The houses up on the hillside here. It's an amazing house. And it's got a wicked shape to it. And actually if you look a little closer, you might notice there's a bit of greenery on the top. It's pretty cool, and I think to me it looks like the same designer did this house too, because it's got the thick band at the top of the roof line. I like what they've done, sort of blending in with the landscape. It's pretty nice. This is a lovely bay actually. So many lovely bays here in the Bay of Islands. I guess that's why they call it the Bay of Islands. So we're going to go ashore and get some food because we're actually running low on supplies, and we think we're going to have to do a bit of a walk over the hill into the main township of Russell. Just giving you a panorama of where we are.
I don't want to hear what you've read in the paper. I would rather hear what's on your mind. Since we're together for maybe what some would call forever, let's spend a little time over coffee or a cigarette.
This is how all footpaths in New Zealand should be. Roadside.
If you were king, this is what you'd do, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd eradicate all the pests, get rid of all Australians. And I'd actually statute of law make that everyone had to try rowing at least once. And I'd put footpaths with coverings like this everywhere. This is my favourite hat.
Lovely.
The boys found this hat on an island. It's my favourite hat.
Cynical and sinister, moronic, couldn't be more dishonest. Let's find a better fit over coffee or a cigarette.
It's beautiful Russell, it's really lovely. It feels like we're in Europe or something.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody eating outside.
Yeah,
Very pleasant.
it's very pleasant.
In the early 19th century, Russell, then called Kororareka, became New Zealand's first European settlement and seaport. It developed as a result of trade, but soon earned a bad reputation as the hellhole of the Pacific due to its lawlessness. By the time the Treaty of Waitangi was signed in 1840, Russell had progressed into an important mercantile centre and supply port for whaling and sealing operations.
This is a whale boat. They caught whales in this boat.
What were the whales doing in the boat? Today, Russell is a bastion of cafes and gift shops. Tourist destinations like the Pompeii Mission and Christ's Church, New Zealand's oldest surviving Anglican church.
This is New Zealand's oldest church, and the kids are thrilled to be here. Thrilled.
What's on your mind? Well, I bet that you will find that it's not different.
I'm just adjusting the traveller, preparing to tack, so it'll be in the right position on the new tack. Top this one up. Preparing to tack. Okay. Okay.
In a harbour town down the coast, rocks a boat in the swell, tied up to...
You like to cut it a little fine there, don't you, Bob?
Oh, we had to go for the gap. We made the gap nicely.
She's the queen of the fleet.
Our plan had been to sail to the far north, but on spying the Rainbow Warrior Memorial, we pulled into Matauri Bay.
Because nobody knows unless they know a rainbow rose. Because nobody knows unless they know a rainbow rose.
On July the 10th, 1985, at 1:45 midnight, Bombs attached by French military divers ripped through the hull of Greenpeace flagship Rainbow Warrior, sinking it and killing Portuguese Greenpeace photographer Fernando Pereira.
In New Zealand, 2 explosions have destroyed the protesters
sank after birth at Marsden Wharf.
Cruise as the first
The
blast
crew was missing after sinking, and his body was found by police divers.
After initially denying any knowledge of the operation, the French Prime Minister, Laurent Fabius, appeared on television and admitted France was to blame. The reason? Rainbow Warrior had been preparing to sail to Mororoa in French Polynesia to stage a peaceful protest against ongoing nuclear testing there. Subsequently refloated for forensic examination, the Rainbow Warrior was deemed irreparable, dragged to a point just off the coast of Matauri Bay and scuttled. She now serves as a dive site and fish sanctuary. The memorial on the hill represents a black rainbow of mourning.
Because nobody knows unless they know Rainbow Rose. Because nobody knows unless they know Rainbow Rose.
Next week on the Cruising Kiwis, we abandon Ivan at Matauri Bay. We catch a meteor.
You see it?
Yep. And Rob dines on cicada, the new white meat. It's quite a historic town. There's a lot of history here. And on this site, 1822, nothing happened.
I'm going to lock that one away.
That.
You're a natural. You are a natural, Cam. You've got this. You've got this.
You're making it look incredibly easy. Oh yeah.
Yes. There's pride at stake here. See ya, mate. He's having another go. He's game. He's backing himself. Oh no. Oh.